play with people's intelligence and intellect, you know, the way they do today. You know, people are telling lies for a living. You know what I mean? They actually lying to y'all for a living, but
you know what's a sucker to me? A sucker is a who pick who he fight with.
Right.
Like if you sit and you go, oh, I'm not going because this.
I won't fuck with him, but I with this.
Right. Yeah, I think I can take him.
Right.
You want to fight the you think you can beat.
And I called Jay Prince in them out. I'm saying,
You didn't say nothing to whack. So when you come talking to me, I feel like you're very selective. This is exactly what I meant last week when I was talking about street is being selective.
Prince called 50 a complete hypocrite, exclaiming, "If Big Meech is a snitch, then 50 is basically a cop. Ouch!" Now, Jay Prince is allegedly hurling threats at 50 Cent for dissing Big Meech and suggesting there might be consequences if 50 doesn't stop branding Meech as a rat. As we all know, 50 Cent isn't the type to stay silent when someone throws shade his way, and this time, it appears Jay Prince might have poked the wrong bear. There are so many layers to this drama, and Jay Prince's history doesn't exactly paint him in the best light. He's been connected to a slew of shady activities, from rumors of extortion to questionable dice games, and even accusations that he and his son were involved in Takeoff's death. This backdrop means that if 50 decides to go full throttle and expose all of Jay Prince's dirty laundry, he's got a treasure trove of material to work with. In fact, 50 has already seemingly responded to Jay Prince's rumored threats on Instagram, reminding everyone just how he handles his business. When someone tries to play him, 50 Cent doesn't just sit back, he claps back hard. But is Jay Prince really stepping up for Big Meech? What exactly did he say to threaten 50? And is he making a colossal mistake by targeting the pettiest man in the industry? Let's dive into this. Here's the scoop. Yes, 50 Cent is still relentlessly pressing Big Meech over those snitching claims. 50 isn't backing down, but he's not the only one stirring the pot. Recently, Top 5 took to social media to slam the former Kingpin for hitting up his DMs. In a fiery video, he branded Big Meech a rat and called out to 50 saying, "50 Cent, come get this fake 60-year-old Kingpin out of my DMs before I lose it. Hashtag Big Screech." It didn't take long for 50 to jump on this and troll Big Meech even harder. He reshared Top 5's video and quipped in the caption, "He probably just wanted to borrow some cash from you, gangsta, LOL." While most of the industry is steering clear of this chaos, hoping to avoid getting tangled in 50's ongoing feud with Big Meech, Jay Prince decided to throw himself into the fray uninvited. Recent buzz from gossip blogs suggests that Jay Prince has been dropping hints of disdain on his Instagram stories, accusing 50 of exploiting Big Meech for clout. It looks like Jay Prince couldn't keep himself out of the fray, even though he wasn't originally part of the drama. Allegedly, Jay Prince posted and swiftly deleted a controversial message claiming Big Meech was worth over $100 million before his imprisonment. He accused 50 Cent of leveraging Meech's life story to profit, handing him a mere $5 million while claiming he invented the BMF brand. But the plot thickens. Insiders suggest Jay Prince isn't just talking. He's allegedly pulling strings in the background, threatening to unleash his crew on 50 to muzzle him. Yet 50 is far from intimidated. In a bold move, he shared a clip from Training Day, signaling to everyone that no matter the challenge, he's ready and unshakable, accompanied by the caption, "Get the message." Now, fans are mocking Jay Prince, advising him to stay in his lane, asserting he surely doesn't want to spark 50's ire or draw unwanted scrutiny to his own dubious reputation. For those who might not know, Jay Prince is the CEO and co-founder of Rap-A-Lot Records, a cornerstone of Houston's hip-hop scene. Self-proclaimed as the King of Houston, he acts as if he runs the entire city. It's an unspoken rule that whenever major rappers visit H-Town, Jay Prince emerges as their unofficial protector, ensuring they navigate the city safely. However, not everyone is convinced by the so-called Protection Act. The word on the street suggests Jay Prince and his son Jazz might actually be orchestrating a full-blown extortion racket. And as if that weren't sketchy enough, there are swirling rumors about the dice games they host in Houston, where artists allegedly get set up for a quick score. These whispers grew louder following the tragic death of Takeoff. Yet, Takeoff wasn't the first to meet a grim fate after attending one of Jazz Prince's notorious dice nights. Just a couple of months prior, Chicago's Duke the Jeweler hit it big, pocketing $100,000. However, his luck turned lethal quickly. He was reportedly ambushed, robbed, and murdered before he could even reach his car. In the aftermath of Takeoff's death, many pointed fingers at Quavo, arguing he should have steered clear of J. Prince and his Mob Ties crew, especially considering the recent violent incident involving Duke the Jeweler. Amidst all the dark murmurs about the Prince family, the consensus was that Quavo should have kept his distance. Regarding the man accused of the shooting, Patrick Xavier Clark, he has been officially indicted by a grand jury for Takeoff's murder. Despite nearly 3 years passing since the crime, a trial date has yet to be set. Adding to the shadowy aura, just a day after Patrick Xavier Clark's arrest, he mysteriously posted a $1 million bond and secured house arrest. Now fast forward to November 2023, and suddenly everything changed. Clark was freed from house arrest, no ankle monitor required, with only a 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. curfew to adhere to, and that's not even the most shocking part. Court documents state that Clark can't contact any witnesses, victims, or Takeoff's family, which notably includes J. Prince Jr. Furthermore, the court has prohibited any communication between Clark and J. Prince Sr. Fans are giving this whole situation the side eye, puzzled over how someone moves from house arrest to nearly free reign with just a curfew. It's bizarre how this case continues to twist and turn, yet they still refuse to set a trial date. And here's the latest dramatic twist. Patrick Xavier Clark is firmly maintaining his innocence, and his attorney, Letitia Canonis Hollins, recently told Rolling Stone that her client didn't fire the shots that killed Takeoff, but she didn't stop there. She went after the investigators next. She criticized the so-called evidence against Clark. She argues that the video footage and ballistics being used are inconsistent, and when the trial finally begins, she's prepared to dismantle their entire case. She insists someone else triggered the gunfire. It wasn't Patrick Clark Kennis. Hollins told Rolling Stone he was in the same situation as Takeoff, just trying to make it out alive. He wasn't part of the argument that erupted. He was simply in the wrong place at the wrong time when the shooting started. Now, revisiting those rumors about J. Prince orchestrating rapper setups through dice games, numerous industry insiders have spoken out, including Whack 100, who accused J. Prince's son of running a rigged dice game scam targeting visiting rappers in Houston. Whack 100 also advised artists to steer clear of Jazz Prince's dice games, branding them nothing more than a straight-up scam. He even suggested that Quavo and Takeoff might have been ensnared in some dubious dealings, potentially igniting the series of events that led to Takeoff's tragic demise. And get this, Whack 100 didn't just stop with the Prince family. He also implicated Lil Boozy in the drama, accusing him of participating in the dice game setup that culminated in Duke the Jeweler's death. When Jazz Prince was confronted with these allegations, he quickly dismissed them, denying any acquaintance with Duke the Jeweler. He asserted that his dice games were unrelated to the deaths of Duke or Takeoff and brushed off the accusations as mere rumors. However, the cloud of allegations surrounding J. Prince and his dubious activities continues to linger. His name has been associated with extortion rumors for years, but it's only recently that these accusations have catapulted him into the spotlight. Consider, for instance, the incident in July 2020 when NBA YoungBoy was robbed in Houston. So allegedly, J. Prince's crew pulled up to YoungBoy's Airbnb, but they weren't just grabbing random items. They swiped his flashy chains and even the keys to his $350,000 Bentley. Far from keeping it on the down low, these guys actually flaunted their heist on social media, showcasing a white Bentley, a white Rolls Royce, and a white 2020 McLaren GT. Here's where it gets even murkier. The crew didn't just snatch NBA YoungBoy's belongings for kicks, they also demanded a $30,000 ransom for their return. This move had people suspecting another one of J. Prince's extortion schemes. Adding to the suspicion, J. Prince took to Instagram to declare he had YoungBoy's chains and keys, casually inviting him to come and retrieve them. But YoungBoy wasn't playing along. He saw through the facade and felt like Jay Prince was just trying to hustle him for more money. He fired back, denouncing Jay Prince as a shady character who disguises extortion as a check-in protocol for rappers landing in Houston. And it's not just Youngboy who's fed up with Jay Prince's antics. Cameron and Maze also recently threw some shade at Prince, accusing him of setting up Youngboy and allowing his protege, Drake, to be humiliated by Kendrick. Lamar, by the way, Kamon and Mace's beef with Jay Prince kicked off when Prince tried to strong-arm them into backing off their criticism of New Jersey boxer Shakur Stevenson, whom he manages. Kamen and Mace were unimpressed by Stevenson's recent world title defense and didn't hold back on their platform. Jay Prince, however, wasn't letting it slide. He hopped onto Instagram with a slick warning, telling them to block all of Stevenson's shots and take all bets. He posted, "Numbers don't lie. Haters do. Let the haters say he's boring and nobody wants to watch him. Sorry to tell you, it's just a select few of you haters. As you can see, he has the #1 ratings in any fight on ESPN this year, and the top 3 ratings since 2022. And for those haters wanting to escalate their hate outside of the ring, I'm Shakur's manager and handle all his business outside of it." Despite the threat, Cam and Mace remained undeterred and continued to call out Jay Prince, mocking him for acting like a street tough at his age. Given Jay Prince's controversial reputation, fans are now ridiculing him for even thinking about confronting 50 Cent and getting involved in the Big Meech drama. Critics argue that with so much suspicious activity already linked to his name, Jay Prince is playing with fire by starting a war with someone like 50, who has built his entire brand on exposing others. If 50 decides to spotlight Jay Prince, it won't be pretty. He has a wealth of material to use, from dice game rumors to alleged extortion tactics and everything in between. Knowing 50, he won't just expose Jay Prince, he might just turn it into a blockbuster drama. What are your thoughts on Jay Prince jumping into this Big Meech drama and allegedly threatening 50? Is he making a mistake, or does he have a valid point? Drop your comments below. And if you enjoyed this breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you on the next one.